of your group. Okay, then a chart highlighting the 5 major trade sectors. So this is the 5 major trade sector that they show. Then of course a brief explanation of which is the bigger sector, which is the smaller sector, right? And maybe a brief explanation of why there's a dip here, why there's a dip, a brief explanation of the general trend and why there's a dip here. Okay? Then the next one, real export to real GDP ratio. So this is the real export to real GDP ratio in index. Okay? As you can see on the y-axis is index, either above 100 or below 100. Okay? So you can see in the case of Singapore, you can talk about the general trend. Okay? Export to real GDP, is it increasing, decreasing or constant? Okay? The trend. Okay? Then maybe a few reasons why you think the trend is like that. Okay? Then next one. A chart highlighting estimate of Singapore marginal propensity to import. So, how to estimate marginal propensity to import? This is what you do. Okay, you plot a graph. We call that a scatter diagram. All the dots are known as a scatter diagram of real import. Can you see? Real import on the y-axis and your real GDP on the x-axis. Then all these dots here represent 1 year. Okay, 1 year of import against GDP. So if you will have 30 dots here, okay, 30 dots representing 30 years of data. Then you join it up by a trend line. In statistics, this line is also called the goodness of fit line. Okay? But in the Excel program, it's called a trend line. Trend line means basically this is a line that attempts to get the best fit of all these points. Okay? And then if you click on an option that says show equation on the graph, then they will show you this equation. Basically, this equation tells us that the slope, which is 1.4461, is your marginal propensity to import. This one is your y-intercept. 1240.7 is your y-intercept, which is your autonomous import. Okay, autonomous import. The slope of the line represents the marginal propensity to import. So as you can see, what it means is that for every dollar increase in income or GDP, right? Income, Singapore spent $1.4461 in import. Okay, so you can see that our marginal propensity to import is very, very high. Okay, it exceeds the dollar increase in GDP. Right? Hence, that's why whenever, now you understand why whenever globally something happens, our external trade will be affected. Okay, our external trade is export plus import of course. Okay, so anyway, the R square basically tells us how the closeness of the relationship between import and GDP. If R square is very close to 1, for example, this one 0.963, right, very close to 1, right, then we can accept that import and GDP are positively related. Okay? But if it's, let's say, R square is 0.5 something, okay, 555 or 54 something, then we have to reject the hypothesis that import and GDP are positively related. You understand? That is the purpose of the R square. Okay? It is a test to show the goodness of fit. Okay? They call it a goodness of fit test. I don't know whether you remember your business econs. Business statistics. Okay? Business statistics. The R square is a test of the goodness of fit. Okay? So, that is the next one. Then after that, foreign direct investment into Singapore by origin, by type, and the amount. Of course, the amount is understood, you see, because when you go by origin, which country they come from, then you will already show the amount. Okay? So the amount is understood in terms of million of Singapore dollar. So as you can see, this is what you call by origin. Origin means by the country they come from. Okay? So the largest source of foreign direct investment comes from the ASEAN region, followed by, if you look at the line graph, the next one, the purple color is United States, the green color is Japan, then ASEAN, no, not ASEAN, European Union, and finally China. Okay, so Singapore attract foreign direct investment. The largest amount comes from ASEAN region, followed by United States and Japan respectively, European Union, and then China. Okay, then the next one, it says one positive economic element. Okay, so this is the positive economic element, foreign direct investment by type. Okay, we have origin and this is by type. So type, manufacturing, construction, finance, and insurance, real estate, business services. So these are the 5 areas of foreign direct investment flow into. Okay? So of course, as you can see from the graph, the biggest area that it goes into is your financial and insurance, followed by manufacturing, okay, etc. Okay, the worst is construction. Okay, the worst area of FDI is in construction. Okay, all right. Then we say one positive economic element. So this is the positive economic element, and one negative economic element. This is the negative economic element. All right, that's all. Okay, and then there is a one page right out of Singapore. Okay, one page right out of Singapore. The reason why I go through positive and negative element very fast, because I don't want you to copy. Okay, I want you to think of your own original positive and negative economic element. Okay, so there is a one page right out of Singapore, not more than 300 words. So the Word document, okay, Word document, for example, this is the, I don't have the Word document. IE, project, PowerPoint. It's a one page right out anyway. Okay?
Do you have any idea what we're supposed to do?
Okay, there is a one page.
SWOT, marketing research.
Okay, it's a one page, not more than 300 words now, okay?
Yeah.
Not more than 300
I have no
words.
idea.
Okay, so I'll show you more in the tutorial.